Hello and welcome back. Now where were we?
Whee!
Here I am, don't get your carols in an uproar. Excuse me, Mr. Washington. Boy, what a mess.
Oh, here we go, I can select her.
No chance. I don't think that's wise.
Oi.
She's a cleaning dynamo. Hey, lady.
Yes, Mr. Washington?
My name's not Washington, it's Hoagie.
Ha, that's funny, Mr. Washington. Imagine being named after a sandwich.
No, really, I'm not Washington.
You're George Washington, occupation founding father. It says so in the register.
This isn't my room.
Well, you certainly messed it up as though it were. It's no use trying to fool me, Mr. Washington.
You're right, I am Washington.
I knew it.
Don't you have any cleaning supplies?
Like most maids, I keep them on me cart, in the hall.
Do you know where I could find Red Edison?
He's probably in the basement workshop again. He's always tinkering with some invention instead of running the inn as he ought.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Yes, there's lots to be done.
Old-fashioned lie in a new, more convenient size.
Well, the reason why I bumped the bed is if you don't, and you try and pick up the soap, the maid will just come straight out and catch you red-handed. You're not missing much. Maybe a line or two of dialogue.
That's not what I'd call a lot of cleaning supplies.
Oi. Sorry.
I told you guys I'll get to the flag next. I'm working as fast as I can.
Hey, chill. Take your time.
Don't tell me you've got another design change for the flag.
I've got another design change for the flag.
I knew it. What's the current brainstorm from our fickle founding fathers?
We need a babe in a leather bikini swinging a broadaxe.
Oh, what the heck. At this point, I'd do anything just to have it over with. Put the pattern on the table and I'll look at it when I'm done with this job.
That'd make a killer t-shirt. I don't want it.
You're all so hard to please.
I like these.
Too late. You've already rejected those.
Stars and stripes, dull, dull, dull.
Hey, don't criticize unless you got a better idea.
Looks comfortable. I couldn't sleep in here with all the racket.
Who asked you to?
Nice day outside.
Sorry, no time for small talk.
The bed's in the way. My grandma had one like that.
Back off or get stitched.
Okay.
She looks busy. The guys downstairs say they want a big family crest, and in the four corners they want a keg, some babes, a guitar, and some drumsticks. And underneath it all put, America rocks.
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
What if it had the face of the devil on it, with like red, white, and blue flames coming out of his mouth?
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
Well, let's make it just like the British flag, but upside down to cheese them off.
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
We could have this babe like a waitress, and she's carrying this red, white, and blue cherry pie.
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
How about a big old picture of me?
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
I'll make it just like you were going to, but put in flying V guitars instead of stars.
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
Okay, this is the first time I'm actually hearing all of these. I speak to her once and then kind of leave her alone.
Well, let's just have a picture of a guy carrying a bundle of sticks, and not name the country anything at all.
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
2 words, totally black.
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
Okay, instead of 50 stars, let's have one of those reclining silver babes, like truckers have on their mud flaps.
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
Why don't we put a crossword puzzle on it, so you have something to do waiting in line at the post office?
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
How many of these are there?
George wants the flag to be a pair of boxer shorts covered with little red valentines.
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
If you embroidered the order of poker hands in the corner, people would forget them less.
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
Well, let's make it just like the British flag, but upside down to cheese them off.
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
I think that's the mold. I mean, they are starting to repeat themselves. Let's leave her alone for now. If there's any more, I'll try and get back to them. Just let me know. I've just had to reload the game. I made a very rookie error. You'll probably see why in a minute.
Hey, Ms. Ross.
Ms.?
No, a direct hit, actually.
I've never understood you founding fathers.
Thermodynamic flux induction circuit design is perhaps the most fascinating branch of practical electrical theory.
Stop! You're making me drowsy. Can't you see I'm operating heavy machinery?
Sorry. Chateau de Cheapo, 1775. I don't quite see how it can fly. I don't understand that technical stuff. Hey, what's that on the plans? It looks like a secret backwards message. Oh, it's just a coffee stain. Probably the underwear drawer. Grody, man. I don't go through people's underwear. Looks like he spent a lot of time in there. Nah, there's printer's ink on the sheets. It looks like someone's dentures were in here. Hey, I've got to put them somewhere. Hi, horsey. Oh, hi yourself. Wow, you can talk. Wow, so can you. What a coincidence. I didn't think horses could talk. Maybe they just never had anything to say to you. Ever think of that? You mean horses have been snubbing me my whole life? Well, if you want to put it that way. Is this some kind of a trick? I don't do magic. I'm just a horse. Nice teeth. Thanks. I paid quite a bit for them. Did I mention how great your teeth look? Thanks again. What's a nice horse like you doing in a place like this? Hey, I live here. What are you doing here? I'm trying to get back to the future and save the world.
The future, huh? And I thought that Franklin guy was off his nut.
Well, I gotta go.
See you later.
Okay.
He seems kind of highbrow for that joke. Ahem. The LALR compiler is constructed by the following method. First, develop a rigorous elective grammar. If the elements have NP completeness, the crunchy factor can be ignored. Blah, 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 blah. Whoa.
Yeah, I remembered that I forgot to use these with Betsy Rose, and in my haste I completely forgot what they did to the horse. But yes, every item we have, there is at least one use for them.
These are almost as gross as my friend Eddie's teeth, and he eats raw sewage on stage. Yoo-hoo. A horse is a horse, of course. For what? More of that might kill him. Question is, which one's stuffed and which one's the real McCoy?
I assure you that we are both real, but we are neither one of us McCoys. We are Edisons, Ned and Jed.
Who's who?
Does it really matter? Even our dear father can't tell us apart. He only knows that one of us is left-handed while the other is right, but that neither of us are following in his tiny scientific footsteps. Hold still, Jed! So, I'm almost too frightened to ask, are you the marble delivery man? Or the model?
I've always loved this line.
I'm the model. Should I take my clothes off now?
No. No, you most definitely should not. We couldn't get your body shape right anyway, unless we cemented 2 slabs of marble together. But then your statue would have a big seam in it.
That's okay. It would have one anyway.
Look, don't call us. We'll call you.
Dang. I'm the delivery man, okay, if I unload in here?
Actually, we are well supplied with medium, so thank you, no.
This ain't medium, it's the extra large stuff.
Please go away. We artists are very sensitive to your kind of people.
What kind of people?
Big, dumb people.
I'm no marble delivery man, but rock is my life.
I'm sure that's terribly amusing, where you're from. Where exactly did you come from?
I can't really remember. I'm on the road a lot.
Oh, the road. Wait a second. What's that noise? I believe it's the road calling your name right now.
Sorry, hope I haven't jostled you.
Too late.
That's the right-handed one. That's the left-handed one. Wow, doesn't even blink.
Please do not perturb my model.
Wow, doesn't even blink.
Please do not perturb my model.
It's Ned or Jed's head.
Wait, what? Hitboxes.
It must be Ned's. Or is it Jed's?
Please, give me back my hammer.
Okay, maybe we can't steal everything that isn't nailed down.
All right, paint. What a pretty pussycat. Yipe. Use it for what? Cats dig these. Yipe. Very Spartan. Very Spartan.
Okay, it's not quite obvious what we need this toy for, but we shall get it right now, while we're here.
Sounds like the cat's caught a moose up there.
Sorry about that, my phone was just notifying me that it's fully charged.
It's one of those pulley things. It's too complicated for me.
Fair enough.
It's blocked up with somebody's bed. Looks like someone's bedroom.
Okay, there's only one more room really left to find.
Hey,
What is it?
you look kind of familiar.
Of course I do. I'm Red Edison, the inventor, not to mention owner of this inn. Perhaps you've seen my picture in some important scientific journal. Then again, maybe not.
Do you know Ben Franklin?
Franklin? I would never associate with that overstuffed goofball. He has the stupidest idea about glasses with one red lens and one blue one.
What are you doing?
I'm inventing, you simpleton. What's it look like I'm doing?
I know an inventor who looks a bit like you.
Well, it's not one of my sons, that's for sure. It appears that I, Red Edison, foremost genius of my day, am to be the last in a long line of gifted inventors. My nearly indistinguishable sons have decided that they want to be artists. I think it was Jed's idea. Or is it Ned? Ah, well, the left-handed one at any rate. Must be some sort of bad blood on their mother's side.
What are you inventing?
It's a complex metal device designed to minimize paper entropy.
Well, see you later.
You might if you cut that hair a bit shorter.
It's covered with plans and junk. He seems busy.
Say, that's a left-handed hammer, you know. I invented it myself. It was for my ungrateful slob of a left-handed son. Oh, well. Hey! Only employees are allowed to use that lab coat.
Fair enough.
It's the battery plans I'm supposed to give to that red Edison dude.
Super battery, eh? Brilliant design. Sometimes I amaze myself. Now all I need is oil, vinegar, and some gold.
Right. Let's get this lab coat. We have this help wanted sign, which we can't really use with burners. At least I don't think there's anything we can use him with.
What's this? Help wanted, moronic drone, assist genius, yada yada yada. Well, I'm the only genius around, and you look dumb enough. So pick up your lab coat and get to work.
It looks more like a raincoat than a lab coat.
Oh yes.
Mr. Science Guy?
Bumbling beakers, what now? How incredibly annoying. Glad I invented it.
Really?
The LALR compiler is constructed by the following method. First, develop a rigorous elective grammar.
Stop! That book's starting to put me to sleep.
So you can see the book has hints from quite a lot of people, but just not exactly where to use it. Oh yes, before I forget, and we probably need to go back there anyway. I will save Laverne, but there's a couple of things we can still do. Nice.
Get me down from here!
Wow, doesn't even blink.
Please do not perturb my model.
When induction elements have NP completeness, the crunchy factor can be ignored.
Did Father send you with that boring science text? Please inform him that we have chosen to pursue the finer pleasures of creating art over the empty life of mad science. Please do not pester me with that.
When induction elements have NP completeness, the crunchy factor can be ignored.
Did Father send you with that boring science text? Please inform him that we have chosen to pursue the finer pleasures of creating art over the empty life of mad science.
Okay, we're almost pretty much done with this room forever.
Oh no! I've lost it! Oh, where hath gone the muse that once guided my hand with such care? Must inspiration be so transitory? Must art be so cruel? I'm a failure. Don't say that, Ned. Father was right. We Edisons are made to be scientists, not artists. Dear brother, we must be strong in these times of creative adversity. Why don't you let me take over for a while? I'll clean this rubble up and start over. You relax. Have a cappuccino. I'm glad we switched places. I think you're coming out quite well.
Sorry, hope I haven't jostled you.
Too late.
Let's go and save Laverne. So the big clue is that, damn it, this tree in the future is the one that Laverne lands in. Thanks, Hoagie. And George doesn't cut anything down other than cherry trees, but this is a kumquat tree. Problem solved.
Excuse me. Yes? I've been thinking about what you said about cherry trees. Pondering the great truths, eh? Well? I bet you've lost it. You couldn't cut down a tree to save your grandmother. Lost it, have I? Why, I'd show you a thing or two if there were a cherry tree nearby. But as you can see, there... Oh, well, what do you know? There is a cherry tree out there. Well, let's go chop the sucker down.
I said, come down from there at once!
Try to understand. I'm stuck in this...
Voila! You're quite a man. Yes, I know.
And I think this is a good time to leave it, and I will start the next episode off with Laverne. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, and bye-bye.